If your piece is about to get captured anyway, why not let it cause some chaos on the way out? That's the Desperado. And once you understand it, you'll start seeing it everywhere. The Desperado is pretty simple. It happens when one of your pieces is going to be captured no matter what. Instead of just accepting the loss, that piece grabs something, creates a threat, or wrecks your opponent's structure before it leaves the board. The key thing to understand is that a Desperado isn't a random aggression. It's calculated. Every time you feel you are in this position, try to ask yourself, before this piece disappears, what's the most damage it can do? Now, let's start with a basic example. In this position, black just moved their bishop to d7. Looks fine, nothing obviously wrong, but the rook on e5 is under pressure and it needs to move. Instead of retreating, white plays this move. The rook takes on e8 and sacrifices itself. Black takes it with the rook. Now, white's queen slides in and takes the rook. So, black has to take again, this time with the bishop. And now, look at the board. Black's queen on d6 has no protection, and white wins it for free. So, white gave up a rook and a queen, but got a rook, a queen, and a bishop back. And finally, white ends up ahead. That's the Desperado. The rook was moving anyway here, and the question was just whether it would cause some damage first, and it did. Now, let's step it up a bit. Here, white just played knight to f6, a strong move that forks two pieces and looks threatening. But black has a Desperado hiding in plain sight. The rook on h7 is going to be lost here no matter what, right? White's knight is controlling the position and most players would simply accept this and move on. But before that rook disappears, it has one last job to do. The rook shows itself at the h4 pawn with check. White can't ignore the check, so it captures it, and the rook is gone. But black's queen can deliver another check. The king moves on h3, and now black takes the knight back. So what just happened? Black gave up a rook, but on a pawn and a knight. Now let's move to the last example. Here is where it gets really interesting because this one looks really exactly like the kind of mess you'd see in an actual game. Both sides have pieces hanging and the position is pretty sharp. Black plays bishop to c2, grabbing a pawn and putting pressure on white. White's rook chases it to a2 and the bishop steps back to d3, threatening white's queen. Now, the queen is in trouble, but there is no great square to run to, and threatening just hands black the initiative. So, instead of running, the queen makes an interesting move and captures the rook on f7, delivering a check. The queen throws itself into black's position, and the king has to take it. And now, of course, rook takes b2. After bishop takes f1 and the king recaptures, the position is about equal. So, what could have been a free queen for black turned into a straight swap because white's queen refused to retreat. That's the Desperado in a real game. Not always a spectacular win, sometimes it's just refusing to go quietly and making sure the exit costs your opponent just as much. Honestly, I used to miss Desperado all the time when I was starting out, and the reason is simple. When your piece is under attack, your brain immediately goes into safe mode. You stop thinking about what that piece can do and just think about where it can run. The mental shift is small, but it matters. Before moving a hanging piece, just ask yourself this question. What's the most annoying thing this piece can do right now? Sometimes the answer is nothing, but sometimes it's a free pawn, a fork, or completely turning the game around. Alright, your turn now. In this position, black's queen is hanging and white's bishop on h4 is about to take it for free. I will let you pause the video, find the move, and drop your answer in the comment section. Alright, so that's the Desperado. I hope you like it. Simple idea, easy to miss, and very easy to use once you know it's there. Next time, we are covering something that looks very similar but works completely differently, so I will see you there. Bye.